What's up guys, Liam here and welcome back to Lsjtv. Today we have the latest backpack release from ALPHALETE, the 2020 version, the third version of the backpack, the Voyager Pro. Now before you click off and think this is going to be the most boring thing I've ever watched in my entire life, an entire video about a backpack, this will be the best video you see all week. You mark my words. Drop it a like, let's get it started.
It's here, ALPHALETE backpack, what it looks like when it is full.
Here with the squad, everybody tryna go, yeah, the party jumping off, hey, we putting on a show, tryna catch a vibe, we do this every time, like, na 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 na, feeling like I'm on the highway, cause everything been going my way, and now they looking at me sideways, I'm like, na 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 na, this is where I wanna be, na na na, never ever gonna leave. This is where I wanna stay, nah, nah, nah. I could do this every day, nah, nah, nah. It don't matter what they say.
So back in 2016, ALPHALETE actually released this backpack, their first ever one, and this served me very, very well. It is absolutely massive. You can fit so much stuff in there. I actually still use it kind of as a worst case scenario to this day. I used it that much that the strap actually wound up breaking off. Now, I know what a lot of you guys are going to be thinking. This video is about whether ALPHALETE backpacks are actually worth it or not. But this backpack was my university one. This backpack took me through university, through first year and a lot of second year at uni. And I abused it. I absolutely used and abused it all day, every day. It was stacked full of my laptop. It was full of all kinds of stuff. You gotta bear in mind, I still made YouTube videos. Crap ones, but I still made YouTube videos. So this backpack, when I was at uni, actually got renamed the Turtle Shell by myself and my friends, purely because you could fit so much in it. If you picture this here, and it being bulged out to absolute capacity like this, out and out and out and out and out, and then that is tied up like this, it is just full, rammed to the brim. I look like a friggin' Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. And I absolutely loved it. This was my pride and joy. It was an ALPHALETE backpack. Not many people had one, and I kind of liked that as well. Laptop slot down the side and all this kind of stuff. This was my favorite backpack, you know. Good memories attached. Even got Lsjtv embroidered. That at the time, I think, was £90 or £95 or within the region of £100, right? But the bag itself was about £80. But you see this Lsjtv embroidery on the top, I think they charged £20 or £25 at the time. This was obviously 4 years ago now. They charged that to get it put on top. And I figured it was worth it, you know, I was buzzing about it, I wanted it. So bag number one, still to this day, kind of gets used. So do with that what you will as to whether it's worth it or not. Moving on to 2018, we have the second backpack, which you guys can see here. I actually forget the name of this one, and I used it just the other day. Before I knew the backpacks were coming out, before I even had the new backpack. This one, I haven't used as much, but I've taken it to, I think I took it to Paris, I think I took it to Budapest, I took it to, like, this bag has done a lot of traveling with me. As you guys can see, the design has shifted a lot. This one is kind of a rough, like, I don't know, standard backpack kind of material. This one is a lot more leathery, but actually it scratches up and all this kind of stuff. Shit happens, it's a backpack, it's well used. My favorite thing about this one is this little slot at the front. It's actually passport size, you can just slot it straight in there. And obviously I have done a lot of traveling with said backpack, and I will do with the new one that I'm about to show you now. So that was 2014, 2015, 2016, my bad, ALPHALETE didn't exist in 2014, and 2018 for the second one. So let's say this one cost 100 total, 80 plus the 20 for the embroidery, and let's say this one cost £80, I think it was. It might have been 75, around £80. And here we have, last but not least, the third generation of the backpacks.
This is where I wanna stay, nah, nah, nah. I could do this every day, nah, nah, nah. It don't matter what they say, I'm like, nah, 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 nah. You better know we ain't
ladies and gentlemen, here we have it. V3, as I like to call it. It's called the Voyager Pro, but I like to call it V3 because 1, 2, 3.
Here's what I found.
Oh, what? What is... Pretty much every day now, Siri seems to be ruining a video. I'm making a lot of videos lately, and so I've had my Apple Watch on the entire time as well. And it is, it's playing some tricks on me. So, here we have it. We'll start off with the front pocket, which is kind of like magnetic-y, if you can hear that. Which is kind of cool. I don't know, honestly, what I'm going to put in there. Maybe my keys, some change or something like that. One thing that I loved on the ALPHALETE original backpack was the fact that there was so many pockets. And when I upgraded to this one, when this one came out, I was disappointed at the lack of pockets. So it's nice that this one has, you know, one on the top, some on the inside. They've kind of, it's regained some pockets, you know. And one thing you might have noticed is that it was stood up, which is kind of cool. It was stood up on these little feet, which this one does have. It's very flat, but as you can see on the original, that one is just slumping away over there. It is completely and utterly lost any remote shape that it had. I used it that much. I realised I said a minute ago as well, I used it up until second year. I used it for the entirety of uni, and then I got this one after uni. And I in fact even used this one as a work bag after I'd finished uni as well. So yeah, that has some usage. Side pockets, we have one which is slightly bigger and one which is slightly smaller, so just pick and choose what you want to put in there, I guess. This top one actually will be used for my change. And the biggest worry I actually had with this bag is whether or not I'll be able to fit my laptop in it. I have a MacBook Pro. I edit all of these videos on a MacBook Pro, never had a desktop, nothing. It's always been the same laptop, right? Anyone who knows me knows I just use iMovie. I use the basics, just get a bit creative with it because it's free. Clever camera work, and all you need is one of these. But the thing is, it's freaking massive. It's 15 inches, and I think the new one is 16 inches. So I'm pretty sure that this new backpack can fit the 16-inch one in, but I'll be honest, I haven't checked yet, and I haven't looked yet. So we have the laptop slide down the side, like so, and here we go. 2015 MacBook Pro slides in like a glove. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, okay, right, one thing I'm noticing is the zips. Like, I know this sounds dumb because it's a backpack, but the zips feel really, really nice in comparison to, I don't know, they just feel smooth and expensive, which is what you would want when a backpack costs you £85. This just feels like immediately it's gonna keep its shape a lot more than the other backpacks, because even the second one, it's kind of just smushed a bit. And I know things like when you buy a brand new pair of shoes, then like all stiff and then they loosen up, you wear them in, right? I'm sure the same will happen with this, but it does feel like that's gonna happen to a lesser extent, right? So, is it worth it? That question alone is not only the title of this video, but it's why I wanted all 3 backpacks in a row for that specific question, right? So this one, I used it every single day for about 3 years, and it cost about £100. Yes, it looks like crap now, but I had £100 of travel, of books and laptops and everything like that for 3 years, and that's not that bad if you ask me. This one I've used less, but it has still gone absolutely everywhere with me. It was slightly cheaper than this one, and is also slightly cheaper than this one. However, this one I would describe as a perfect hybrid between these two, because this is stupidly big. It is ridiculously big. This one is not too small, but this one is definitely a little bit bigger. So it's kind of a mixture of all 3, really. That combined with the fact that this is made of the more slightly durable backpacky kind of material, if you know what I mean. If you just get a backpack from pretty much anywhere, it feels a little bit like this, except this does feel a little bit more expensive, right? When you compare that to the second one, this is more leather, and it looks awesome, it looks really nice, but the first time I scratched this, I cannot explain the devastation that was in my mind. I was on the plane and I put it down by my feet and it caught something on the way down. I picked it back up and it had scratches. Now it has lots of scratches because it's been used a lot, but the first time I scratched that, my heart just sank. And I can't see that happening with the new one. And so I like that, because you don't want to spend best part of £100 on a backpack and then it get ruined the first time you use it. It was kind of like when you buy a new car, you always have a bump, you know? Like, yeah, it was like that, and I was a bit gutted, to be honest. The actual space where the laptop is on the Voyager as well, there is a big sponge pad here and a big sponge pad here, basically meaning that your laptop is safe and secure, right? And when you spend a couple of grand on a laptop, or however much your laptop is, You want it to be safe, right? And I will be honest, I was always skeptical of putting my laptop in this one, just because it was secure. They have a cool ALPHALETE logo on the back, right? But there's now a pad in between here and in between here. So it's padded on both sides rather than just one, and it just gives me a bit of peace of mind, you know? I know that might sound silly, but it's expensive stuff and it's not easy to replace. So if it was to get damaged in a backpack, I'd rather I dropped it and smashed the screen myself rather than put my bag down and it broke. It probably sounds stupid, but this is the kind of stuff that goes through my head when I buy stuff like this, you know? Now, I'll be honest, I was skeptical to buy this backpack. I was. And I know that there was a bit of deliberation about the price, hence the title of this video, right? But then I remembered how much the old backpacks had actually cost, and how much this one cost is the same, if not a bit cheaper than the first one I ever bought, right? And it's more functional, it's just a better backpack. And so when you compare it to not only the previous ones, but also other things on the market and how premium it actually is, in my opinion, you can't go wrong with it. You just can't. I will update you on how it is and all this kind of stuff. Once COVID isn't such a big issue, this backpack will accompany me throughout my journeys, you know, throughout my travels. Even if it's just going to Charlotte's for the night, I will take this backpack. It's big enough, I can fit everything that I need in it. And plus, let's be honest, it looks pretty friggin' sick, right? I like the look of it. That's another thing. As long as you like the backpack, you're good. Ultimately, with a lot of things like this, with supplements, all sorts, right? It's gonna come down to personal preference. It's gonna come down to budget, all this kind of stuff. If you want to spend a bit more for the sake of having an ALPHALETE one, then go ahead. But if you pick up a Vans one, it's gonna set you back 50 quid, 60 quid. Some I've seen for 70. You could pick up a friggin' handbag from River Island for like 75, you know? Bags can cost this much. And old ALPHALETE backpacks have cost the same amount, and people had no real problem with that at the time. So you kind of just got to weigh it up. I get it. I get what people are saying about it being expensive, and like £45 or whatever it was for the crossover. You know, I would say that's expensive. I would say that is more expensive than this because I would use it less, if that makes sense, kind of weighing it up, right? But this backpack, or ALPHALETE backpacks just in general, have never let me down. And other backpacks that I've had at college and school and stuff have. And that's all I'll say, really. The other backpacks were cheaper, and these aren't so cheap. But I've never had a problem, not a single one, with any of these. No zip problems, no ripping problems, or anything like that, except for after 5 years of absolute abuse. You know? So ultimately, the decision is yours. Is it worth it? Is it not? Let me know in the comment section down below. You guys know where I stand on this. I have every single backpack that ALPHALETE have ever made. And I did deliberate whether I was gonna get this or not. It took me some time, some thinking, and we wound up picking it up. Hence why this video is up a little bit later than the backpack release, because I pride myself on getting videos live on the day that things arrive, right? But I didn't order this on the day that it released, if that makes sense. So make do with everything what you will, take it all with a pinch of salt. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I will definitely be rocking this on all of my travels in the future once this whole situation kind of settles down a bit. I look forward to having lots of clips of me walking down city streets with the two straps around my shoulders. They're called shoulders, Liam. Thank you all so much for watching today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Some throwback footage from 2015, 2016, 2017 in there. All sorts, lots of travel stuff. So let me know your thoughts on this video in the comment section down below. I hope you have enjoyed it. It is a lot better than the shitty ones that I used to produce back then. Just that first backpack video and just my first hoodie. Oh, God.
So here it is from the front, from the side, and from the back.
I tell you what I will do, they are actually still live on the channel. People tell me to take them down all the time because they are crap. They are horrendous videos, right? But one of the series names that I came up with was growth, and personal growth and physical growth, and actually just practicing a craft, right? You will get better at it. Just keep doing it, keep pursuing it. Do it over and 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 over again. And you will get better at it. I've still got a lot to learn, yeah, but you compare myself now to that, and yeah, we've come a long way. So I thank you all so much for your support. If you have enjoyed today's video, please do me a massive favor, drop it a like, drop it a comment down below, subscribe if you are new, stick around. This is my home gym where we have filmed today's video, so you can see me training in here on a daily basis. I appreciate all of you. If you're still watching right now and you haven't dropped the like and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Together we will grow. I appreciate your support, and I will see you in the next one.
Ain't never going home.